It's rabies vaccine time across the Tennessee Valley. You need to protect your pets, and beginning this weekend, you can do it on the cheap. Hamilton County is offering clinics in a community near you. So how do you find them, you may ask? Just go to the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Health Department website. You see that right there. It's the first thing you see. Just click where it says click for the schedule and locations, and you're going to find more than a dozen clinics on Friday and Saturday, and then more the next weekend. It just costs you $12, but you know what? If that's not enough to convince you, we've got local veterinarian Dr. Jim Hammond from the Northgate Animal Hospital with us, and he brought along a pet. Who is this?
This is Odie. Odie's about
Hi,
a
Odie.
10-year-old border collie, and he loves being with us.
Dr. Hammond, thank you for coming too. I think we're going to spend most of the time, focusing there on Odie. He's a lot cuter, no offense. But why is it so important that we have to get our pets vaccinated for rabies?
Well, first of all, it's a state law, and it's a state law in all 50 states that dogs and cats be vaccinated.
Okay.
The reason for that is that worldwide, 55,000 people still die every year.
Wow.
And that turns out to be a person dying from rabies every 10 minutes in the world.
Oh my goodness.
Over 100 children die a day of rabies. The reason it's so much less of a problem here is because we have our animals that are vaccinated.
Okay. So making sure that Odie has his shots mean that there's less of a chance that you could contract rabies, right?
Absolutely. If you ever see symptoms of rabies in either a person or a pet, it's a fatal disease.
Wow.
We can't treat it at Erlanger and turn it around. So we have to do the prevention, and by doing that, it makes it much safer for all of us.
Okay. Fantastic. And we talked about the fact that the pets, obviously, by making sure that we go to these rabies clinics, Odie's not going to have it, but rabies still can exist even in the U.S., right?
We've had a real problem in Georgia with the raccoons being infected with rabies, and they're coming north toward the Tennessee state line.
Gotcha.
We have foxes and skunks and also bats. Those are the 4 primary vectors that carry the rabies vaccine,
but
or the
then
virus.
Getting the pets gives us a barrier, right?
That's exactly right. You get your pet vaccinated. If they come in contact with a rabid animal, then we are not. Okay. And so if you see an animal that's acting really strange, a dog or a cat, or if you got your dog trying to play with a raccoon in the daytime, that is not normal. Or if you find that your pet has been in contact with a dead raccoon or bat, you should contact your health department and have that animal tested for rabies. Don't put them in the freezer,
Gotcha.
put them in the refrigerator, because the brain tissue is what has to be sent off.
Okay, and we mentioned that it's going to be going on in Hamilton County, and of course you can go to health.hamiltontn.org to see the list of places, but do you have to live in Hamilton County to qualify for this cheaper
You do not,
rate?
but most every county has their own rabies clinics.
Yeah.
And so if you're in Hamilton County or the Chattanooga area, it's sponsored by the veterinarians, the health department, the local shelters. It's going to be this Friday and Saturday. It's from 4 to 6 o'clock, so just that 2-hour window.
Okay.
Lots of schools, churches, and fire halls that you can get that done in. And then next weekend, again, on a Friday and Saturday. In between times, though, we have a cat clinic in the veterinary hospitals. And so it's much safer to bring your cat indoors rather than stand in line with the barking dogs. But dogs need to be on a leash, cats need to be in a carrier, and I would recommend cats actually go indoors on the Thursday in between the 2 weekends.
And you can find all of that on our website, and we're going to be right back. Stay with us.